Welcome back, folks. We got our next team right in the water. They're this
Big.
is Big Eye Robotics. They are from Phoenix, Arizona, and Carl Hayden High School. This team, Carl Hayden, or at least the Falcon Robotics team from Carl Hayden, is well known for many of its community outreach and basically changing the culture of STEM in Arizona. One of these ways to do it was by bringing NERC, the National Underwater Robotics Challenge, to Arizona. They did this way back many decades ago, and looks like a faction of the Falcon Robotics team competing as Big Eye Robotics is competing here today. They have just started their mission when they are basically a minute into their run. Looks like they'll be trying to do as many tasks as they can. It is also worth pointing out that while the Falcon Robotics team historically has had a lot of experience with underwater robots, none of these students on this current team have ever done an underwater robotics competition before or built an underwater robot. So they're essentially rookies going into this.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they can do and if they can basically do score as much as they can. The current rankings have the typewriter repairman at 275 points, honey badgers at 60. We'll see what Big Eye can do as they start their first objective. Looks
So
like
look,
they have identified the liver.
and looks like they're going for number 5. They look like they have a crowbar-looking mechanism to hatch on onto the liver sample. Of course, they did get points for identifying, so now they're just trying to go for more points to try to bring it up.
Having some difficulties there picking up the
Oh,
thing. Oh, looks like they sort of picked it up in their own little way, able to basically hook the entire canister rather than the actual ring that you're supposed to hook it
yeah.
with.
There are no rules that say you get it on the ring.
Yeah. So if they can, oh, looks like they dropped it.
Oh,
But it is in a pretty open area, so it
and
looks like,
it landed the same way as if it was on the liver, so virtually no difference in retrieving it.
yeah. We'll see if it is low enough though for them to get that
Oh
hook
yeah.
on.
So it's not visible on their front end, but because we have more views, when they were going down, the bottom of the robot was actually hitting the floor, so they weren't able to go as far down as they wanted to. So now they have to. Oh,
Looks like they're sort of lost. Keep in mind, teams only have their front camera to work with. We have a great view of the field right now, but they are only limited to what is on their sub. So,
actually, just saw there. It looks like a lot of the balls are not in the kidney anymore.
ooh, that's going to cost them some points. They are only supposed to take two specific kidney stones out, and looks like somehow some balls got knocked loose. We'll see what happens at the end and how that is scored. But yeah, as I was saying before, it is very difficult to navigate with just your front camera. So they're going to have to basically, back up from the target, scan the area, see what's in the way, and then approach as necessary.
Yeah.
Big Eye looking for its next objective. Oh, it looks like they're actually trying to get back on deck, and they are just about doing that. Looks like they're trying to make a repair to their vehicle.
Yeah, so repairs like this are allowed during the run, so they have a static 20 minutes for their run. Anything they do, uh, the time will not stop, so they can do anything they want during the run, fix something, add something, it doesn't matter, but the clock will always be ticking.
And it looks like what the repair they just did, or the modification they did, was to make their claw lower. They were able to successfully realize that the liver was too close to the ground for them to actually get their hook into the object. So they have lowered that significantly. We'll
That,
see how that works out.
that's actually a great feature they have. So one way that you can do that would be, using motors to do it, but if you're not doing it that way, physically bending the mechanism is also a great way.
Yep. This is a pretty open competition in terms of rules. Unlike a lot of robotics competitions, here teams are able to use whatever means possible to accomplish their tasks.
Okay, so it looks like they're eyeing that liver sample. Oh, it looks like
Oh,
they.
looks like they are hooked on. It's hard to tell with the depth.
Oh, so close.
Depth underwater is a pretty big challenge in itself. It's hard to know whether you're actually grabbing something or not.
Looks like they're lining up. Oh, very close
Just
there.
hit the bar surrounding the ring.
They're gonna line up and give it another shot. And so they're having a little bit of trouble getting the angle in there.
Yeah, it looks like the front of the robot is sort of tipping up slightly, so it looks like it is possible, but just barely.
But they have to be very, very finesse to do so, and it's very difficult to move.
It's like they're gonna try again at a different angle. You might be wondering why is their hook so high on their robot, and that is because, while it is very simple to just make something that's straight to try to grab that object, you still need to carry it and pull it all the way back up.
It looks like they
And it looks
got their
like
hook.
they got it. So they have grabbed that liver, and they are now bringing it back to their command station. Let's see if they can hold on to it successfully. Their robot is navigating pretty smooth through the water, so it looks like they won't have much of an issue getting back. The question is, can they hold on to it?
Oh, gotta be careful there. So it could be hard to get the item, to get any game piece during the run, but it's another task to just bring it back. So it's not enough just to get it. Oh,
Looks like they are also following the strategy of looking for their tether and navigating that way back to base.
looks like they're fairly close. And they have retrieved it.
Great job by them. They were able to do one of the actual tasks of retrieving an object, and it looks like they did just that. Hopefully that was the right liver. We'll see at the end of the run.
So unofficial time, we have about 12 minutes left for their run. So be interested to see what they go for next.
Yeah, it looks like they have a few options. They can do some of the kidney tasks, or they can deliver some enzymes, or even go
Oh.
for the blood pressure and blood sugar structures.
The kidney would actually might be a little off because of the previous structuring
Yeah,
of the kidney stones. They kind of knocked them over while they were doing it, so they might not be able to do them anymore.
yeah, that might be a difficult task to try to recover from. Looks like they might be going for the enzymes. Looks like they have identified the enzymes. I believe they will get points for that.
So moving the tray out of the way. Looks like they are going for the enzyme.
Now this,
Although it is in an unfavorable angle for them, so they kind of have to maneuver around.
yeah, they're definitely in a very kind of weird angular position in relation to the objects. There's a lot of stuff in front of them. Looks like they've managed to squeeze a way in, though.
No. The liver medicine. Oh, okay.
So if we got it on the thing,
So what you're saying is knock it off, and then work with it.
You want to do the liver medicine?
yeah.
Try it. Get out of here.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I need to work with it on the ground.
You will make the liver medicine.
knocking the
I need to work with it.
knocking the field quite a bit, but looks like this field is stable enough to take the impact.
Come on. on the ground. Don't make me dump this entire thing. I will. Gotta be forceful.
Down. You're getting away.
Yeah, I see that.
And we're just under 10 minutes in the run, so we got about halfway through Big Eye Robotics' run. So we'll see how they're able to get some more points now in their last half of the run.
Not even try to use your arm.
I'm trying to do.
Okay,
Oh,
go.
I guess I'm just carrying it now.
You bend it?
Oh well, that's a problem. Let's see if we can fix
Okay,
that.
wait. Actually, I think you can work with that.
Looks like they're having quite a bit of trouble getting the right position to get that. They might have some tether issues. It's hard to
10 minutes.
see from over here though.
Oh, look, just train it back up.
I did what your church did.
Oh.
Looks like they're gonna try to go the long way around.
Sorry, it's how
You
I
heard that?
de-stress.
Hopefully they weren't broadcasting this.
Kind of funny if you look at the objects. One of them just went right in front of the other, kind of blocking their way, like just perfectly in front.
Very well with it.
Hey, I turned it. Wait, can I turn
Like-
it with my thrusters?
Big Eye team members are having quite a bit of fun with this though.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like their chassis is actually preventing their mechanism to go as far as they want it to go.
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh,
Oh,
It's this damn brisk. Blame the basket.
Oh, no, you're wrong way. You're turning it wrong way, dude.
If only I can turn it the right.
the medicine is blocking their path from the enzymes. They will need the enzymes to do other tasks in the competition.
It's released.
Looks like they might have released the medicine.
Okay, now try to pick it up. Dude, that would be some fabulous work right there.
Alright, I'm doing a lot more than I expected I could.
You know what? Ryan, can you run into it and just run?
I was actually what I was about to try, see if I can wrap the golf ball around here and then just like just go up and down
Run
viciously.
into the base and just get it off there. 'Cause if you can get it on the ground,
Oh,
I think.
oh! You did something.
Forward. Forward. Over. Forward. Forward. Over. Over. Up, up,
Yes!
up,
Okay.
Looks like they were able to
Awesome.
retrieve
Now
the
we gotta
medicine.
go back and get it to number 5.
You know what's the hardest part?
Putting it down.
No, turning.
Yeah, turning. That's pretty hard.
they're heading
back.
now back to the liver.
I'm going
There
back
we go.
Right there.
slowly. Oh yeah, releasing
Just
it's
see if
gonna
you
be
can
fun.
get it on that platform, then you can nudge it to its home.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
time to look
because
down.
they already took out the target liver, they now have a spot to put the medicine in.
Yeah, if they can put the
Well,
medicine
servo
in the
activate.
liver, they have the opportunity
Yeah.
to score. Let's see,
We
about
just
10
leave it here for
points
the rest.
per
Is it
task.
is it
No,
considered
just
left?
Take it, try to take it.
Hopefully they can get out nice and smooth.
Looks like they have successfully placed it.
Just nudge it in. Here you got
Maybe
Not
looks on. It's hard to tell what's officially on though. Looks like they do want to make it a little bit better, and looks like they're doing just
Back,
that.
I think, yeah, I think you got it.
That is
got it.
on.
Look at me working
Okay,
with
try
what
to
I
get
don't
the
have.
green enzyme.
absolutely did
I'm
not
not
And it looks like they did activate the medicine. The medicine was released earlier.
Yes.
See if it will count.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if they have to release it after they place it or if it's okay if they do it before. We'll find out in the final score.
Yeah, looking at the scoring matrix, it doesn't specify, but maybe in the official rules there is a specification.
Come back and like,
Yeah, just make sure you keep an eye on.
So now that that pesky medicine's out of the way, they can go in for the enzyme they were eyeing for a while.
Yep, Big Eye eyeing that enzyme.
that was awesome.
They want to get that task done so that way they can go ahead and do the aorta, and the brain tasks.
And
Whoa!
we're reaching now about 5 minutes left in the run, so about 25% left.
Remember, they will have to get back on deck if they don't want to receive penalty points. They will have to do that through their own driving.
Okay, let's try my makeshift version of turning. All right.
Big Eye having a great time on the deck. You know, one of the most important things is to have fun while competing.
That's actually my plan.
You know, compete your hardest, but have fun while doing so.
Wait, do we get points if we dump those out?
Looks like they still have a big eye for that enzyme.
Flippers and use those as a measure.
Wait, can we measure distance?
The best I can measure distance is I went full speed and we counted how many seconds are going and times that by 1.
If we dump those out, is that
It's like they're carefully trying to line up so that way they're at the perfect angle.
Looks like the stance is kind of getting in their way now of getting the enzyme. So there's a lot of things preventing them from actually retrieving the enzyme. Looks like they're trying to go around.
Yes.
Kind of giving a little love to the diver here.
Hold on, let me back up and go forward. Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, it looks like they just identified either the blood pressure structure or the blood sugar structure. Trying to get as many points in before time expires.
And
that fourth diver then?
I know she feels so attacked.
We got one more.
Oh, they gone. Oh, that's tether. Can you bring the tether in a little bit?
Looks like they're following their tether back.
All our scuba instructors. One.
Oh, there I am.
Seems like they were doing a good job with tether management and really communicating with all members out on deck.
Yeah.
Communication is very important to make sure that the robot can perform at its absolute best.
And the robot is out.
Yep, they're back on deck.
And looks like they're finished their run with 2 minutes to spare.
Yep, great run there by Big Eye Robotics. They're from Carl Hinton High School in Phoenix, Arizona. Great job to them. We'll see how the scores shape up. But in the meantime, we're going to go to another intermission, and we'll be back with the next team.